When we grew up, I'll try to make this the short version. You could cut to me. When we grew up, we watched TV, right? And everyone said TV was bad, but at least all the TV shows that we were glued to, like let's just pretend the Smurfs, the Ninja Turtles, He-Man. Let's pretend you're just watching all those kinds of cartoons. At least these were written by thoughtful people, and the stories tended to have a beginning, middle, and an end, and they had a message, and it was always like, here's what the good guy does, here's how the good guy is rewarded, here's the bad guy, and here's what the bad guy did, and here's the consequences of what you get when you're a bad guy. In all of these shows that we just thought were random crap, and maybe they were compared to something that could be better, but they all had something, and we were glued to them. I mean, this is all we did was sit there and watch these TV shows, and even Saved by the Bell. It had a nice ending. It wasn't Jake Paul, and the ending was, invest in this online casino. It wasn't watch a guy for 16 hours lie through his teeth on Twitch because he has a vanity issue and donate to him for that. The severe contrast of what we're sticking little kids in front of and letting them watch all day. I know this sounds like nothing new, but think about all those things that went into your subconscious that created your moral boundaries. They've got none of that anymore. They've got Mr. Beast. And what does Mr. Beast teach you? And every parent says he's great, and all the newspapers say he's great. And everybody tells you he's so great. And what does he show you? Well, he shows you a bunch of crappy videos, and then he shows you how you can make a killing of money. That's it. There's no message at the end of the day. The message is get that bag. And that's really all your kids are hearing. That's all any kid is hearing. So what will those get? Look what I grew up to be watching the Smurfs and the Snorks and all of these movies and TV, almost think back, Home Improvement. What? All of the shows we watched.
At least at the end of the episode, they're telling you to be honest.
Yeah, or they showed a normal family. They showed civility was being shown.
And cheat.
Don't lie, don't cheat. This is what happens when you lie. This is what happens when you cheat on a test. This is what Hannah Montana. I mean, think about it all. That's all gone. All of that's gone. And all they're learning is, Havana Gila, give me a meme. I mean, I don't know about you, but the contrast is so great that it troubles me. And Mr. Beast is the king of it because he's being celebrated, and believe me, your dad is handing you the iPad while you're a 3-year-old, and he's going, oh, Mr. Beast, yeah, that's fine. Is it fine? This is what you want your kids sucking up all day? It can't be good. Now, I hope that...
People are saying, great point, Mike.
Well, it's a great point, but it's such a basic point. But I don't really think we're investing in the severity of this point enough as people. We're hollering away at each other on Twitter all day. This is what you should be really concerned about. Because this is what generates a society. This is what creates society. I always said it back then, like back when there was only 3 TV channels. It doesn't matter what message is being said as long as we're all understanding the same message. Okay? Doesn't matter what page you're on as long as we're all on the same page. No one's on the same page anymore. So let's pretend back in Johnny Carson's day. I'm not saying that show was any good, but at least we were all seeing the same thing. We were all saying, this is how adults act, this is how kids act, this is how zookeepers act, this is how people dress, this is how people talk. And it kind of kept us in line as a society. Oh, boy.
I'm scared.
It's going to be The Hills Have Eyes. I mean, I hope people are preparing, because when these kids turn 18 and
all the kids that were supposed to get aborted, they're here now with us.
They're here.
They're growing.
I mean, you're going to be devoured by the new society that will be birthed from all this crapola in 15 years. And it's not just that. It's all the parents of all the kids who have been put on social media unbeknownst to their parents. You've got them. You've got all the kids watching Mr. Beast and Jake Paul and Twitch and Hassan Piker and H3 kids growing up. It's going to be a fucking madhouse. And it's all your fault. All right, here it is. Mr. Beast studio tour with another. But by the way, both of these people are so much better than me. They're so much better than me. They're kind. Did you hear that they're kind? Oh, shocker. You want to gather everybody's money and drain everybody's pockets? And you're kind? I thought you would do this while being a complete asshole. Of course they're kind, idiots. Be very wary of the kind. Okay? Of course they're kind. Let's see what the kindest, best, most genius people are up to.
This is Mr. Beast, and he has just invited me to his top secret YouTube warehouse.
Well, actually, we're currently inside of it, and I want to show you guys around so he can get views.
We're going to show you where his videos are filmed, how his videos are edited, and then finally, how much a ridiculous setup like this actually costs.
And I'm a
Ooh,
little
that's the
scared
good
because I've
part.
never shown anyone around this studio. This is going to be a first time.
This is going to be cool. Come.
In here,
This is
it's
gonna be good.
around 50,000 square feet.
Okay.
There's
So
no...
they're showing all the place where they just recreated Squid Game and everybody thought that was genius. This man literally took everybody's money that he gathered. This is money that could have been going to the trees and the charities, but he rebuilt the set from Squid Game.
Something
Bravo.
we've all already seen, but better.
They gave him more accolades for doing this than they gave the creator of Squid Game. The set designer of Squid Game dreamt this shit up from his mind. He just looked at it, made a shittier copy, blew all this money, and everyone's like, dude, he's amazing. He's amazing because he copied a set from an annoying show. Really
Just
think about
wasted everybody's
really
time.
think about who you're giving your applause to. And this should not excite adults. Sure, you want to recreate Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, which he did very poorly. This should excite a 6-year-old, maybe. This should trick a 6-year-old. Adults should not be excited by Mr. Beast. Listen, okay, if I had $1 billion, best believe I could make sure the set of Squid Game could be created. You know how I know this, folks? Because Squid Game was able. Do you think Squid Game is like interplanet from another planet? It was made here. It was made here on Earth by people with less money than Mr. Beast. The props should go to them. He spent more money on that than the entire production of Squid Game
Probably.
and Netflix's payout. Seriously, it is not to be applauded. It is to be cringed at. It is to be appalled by that you would do something like this. And people are so stupid, they just go, it's just like Squid Game. No shit, it's like Squid Game. Because it's just cheap sets with colorful paint. See? All you need is a giant room. And even you, if you have enough painting tolerance, you could create all you. So you're telling me that Mr. Beast, his big accomplishment is that he painted a giant room sky blue and drew kids. You didn't recreate Avengers. You recreated something that already looked like a children's set. Squid Game already looked like something anyone could build. To waste money on that and to be applauded by the world, it's like, I get it. You guys are like, there's some fantasy you have where it's like, look at this guy throwing around his money. Man, I wish I could show people up like that. Is that what it is? Do you wish you could show up your enemies one day by showing how rich you are? They don't care, by the way. You know how you don't care how rich Jeff Bezos is? Or whoever you hate that's rich? That's how they're going to feel about you. Nobody cares if you're rich. Little kids care. Little Mexican kids will care very much.